All right, welcome back.
Here we are.
Tarsi and Mark once again. No time in between
Zero
games.
time.
You get a flood, and the next game starts is basically how it's working here at the Brick Invitational.
Yeah.
So now, just as I got used to those last names,
Yeah, now we got to get used to some new names here.
Team Chicago and Team Minnesota is who we're playing.
Yep.
So, again, round-robin format. As Marty hypes up Team Minnesota. Round-robin format, you get 3 points for a regulation win, which they have all been so far, including for Minnesota earlier today. They were playing when I showed up here at 9:30 this morning.
Yep.
So they are back at it in their other jerseys, looking like the North Stars.
Yeah. And did they win this morning? I can't remember.
For the life of me, I wish I could remember. It's so hard to keep track of everything that's going on here with all the things in behind the scenes. But honestly, great hockey.
Oh,
And these kids were awesome this morning. They're going to be awesome this afternoon. It is fantastic to be here one more time.
yep. This would be game number 5, I think, for today.
Yep, 5, I believe.
Yep,
Yeah,
game
because
number
we'll be
5.
number 6 after this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you've been watching all day, which I hope you have been, man, you've been watching some great hockey.
I think the thing to remember, the most important thing to remember is, when you're watching on TV, you just see hockey players, right?
Yeah.
Online, wherever you're watching it. These are 10 and 11-year-old kids. 10 and 11-year-old kids out here playing for the love of the game, having a great time with it. You can actually see it as they skate onto the ice. There was a bit of a collision there in the Minnesota end as they were going in behind the net. But the kids got up. We're laughing about it. It's just all about having a good time here in Edmonton. And I think so far the Brick has and the committee and everybody's done such a phenomenal job for these guys. Just watching warm-ups. It's funny. I always say if I was to coach, I would want every single one of my players to hit the net when they shoot around like they're doing right now.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? Minnesota's doing that.
Yeah.
It's very rare you see because it's funny as you see some of the senior men's or whatever, they shoot at the glass on purpose to make a loud noise.
Yeah. And annoying as heck, as we all know.
These kids want to score. They want to keep it. They want to bar down. They want to do that kind of stuff. And you can see it in their warm-ups. So I just love to watch this. And if I seem distracted, that's why I'm watching what's going on behind us here as well.
Yes.
Just seeing the kids warm up their goaltenders and stuff is, again, some serious. That was one heck of a wrist shot. That was a bullet, too. And again, 10 and 11-year-old kids.
I know, it's hard to believe how young these kids are. The way they shoot, the way they skate, just their professionalism on and off the ice. It's just unreal. Like, we run into the kids, like after they played, they probably had some free time, so they're out and about in the mall. They're not out, just running amok. They are out. They're either practicing with their team or getting ready for the next game. They're not just running up and down, causing amok here in the mall. They're just very professional, like for their age.
Which speaks to the coaches. Honestly, we got to give them, the coaches and the managers and the general managers. And, I've had a chance to talk with a number of different people from a number of different teams. They're all doing such a good job with these kids in teaching them respect in somebody else's city, respect in the mall, and remembering that there's, members of the general public all around us here as well. So we need to be mindful of that. And they're doing such a phenomenal job. So big kudos out to all the coaches and assistant coaches and managers and general managers of these hockey teams.
Yes, definitely. And even the hotel rooms that they're staying at. A lot of hotels I know in the past with hockey, they kind of roll their eyes when they know they're getting a bunch of younger hockey teams because, they just, that's kind of their way to let off steam. But here, no, not so much. They're here for a reason. They're here to play hockey and they're here to win. And that's what it's all about with this Brick Invitational.
So, yeah, and in the interview you just finished with the last game, too, one of the kids said it's probably the biggest tournament he's ever been a part of?
Yeah.
Kind of thing? Like,
yeah.
So, and again...
Yeah, Gianni.
Yeah.
Gianna
Perez.
Franco.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Frasco?
Frasco?
Yeah.
Okay, Frasco was it. Yeah, exactly.
You could just see him. He's beaming. He's just like, and that's what you love to see. You just love to see that. And even though, if they come off the ice and they weren't successful and they, their team didn't win, they're still having a good time. There's, like the one, the one youngster there couldn't wait to get back in the room and hang out with his buddies, and that's what it's all about, your buddies.
That's something that is huge, that if you don't play team sports, the friendships that are built, particularly when you're able to travel out of province,
yes,
out of country for some of these teams. Well, the two teams we're going to be calling right now in a completely foreign nation, right? Two teams from Chicago and Minnesota.
Yep.
The friendships that are built here are going to be lifetime friendships.
Because they are forced to be with each other for 3 weeks in close quarters. Like the tournament's only a couple weeks, but I'm sure they're here a week ahead of time, practicing that. So that takes a lot out of these young kids. And like you said, they got to build the friendships, the camaraderie, the discipline, the self-discipline. It's not just anyone that can come to these tournaments and perform at the level that these kids do, that's for sure.
Undoubtedly. So it is game number 5 today. Team Chicago up against Team Minnesota. Mm-hmm. This is going to be good.
Who do we got for goalies here? I'm always a goalie guy.
Okay, well, Minnesota, you're looking at Blake Pickens and Owen Ryan are the two goaltenders, and they have the more traditional goalie numbers for Team Minnesota. Pickens wearing number 1, and Owen Ryan wearing number 39. And you look at Chicago, Donovan Knapp is wearing number 1, and Carter Lillybridge wearing number 88. So there you go. It's going to be, we saw a great goaltender battle in the last game.
Yep.
This team, Minnesota anyway, was part of a bit of an offensive game earlier. I think it was 5-4 was the final score. Again, it's hard to keep track of everything that's going on out here.
It really is.
It's, I think we're in for a good game.
I think so too, absolutely. Just a little bit that I've seen them warming up. Oh yeah, definitely. It'll be fast-paced.
Yeah, no surprise, Chicago wearing Blackhawks colors. Minnesota wearing the old North Stars colors.
Yep. They were wearing their whites earlier.
Yeah.
Yep. And
they're probably, well, the whites are hanging. I'm not sure they've been through laundry yet because this team just played a couple hours ago. So that corner could be a little ripe.
Stay away from that corner, yeah.
Well, the parents are there. They we smell this in the hockey bags all the time. It's not a big deal. All right, I'm going to turn around and let's pay attention to the hockey game now. As these guys get ready to fire off, we are going to have... I see. Now here's a question: Two American teams. Are we only playing the American national anthem?
Good question.
It's entirely possible.
We only played Canadian last time.
Exactly. Two new officials out here as well.
Yep. Give them a break. They've been doing an awesome job out here. And as you mentioned in the first game, it's really nice to see that red and black sharp stripes out there with the officials.
Well, matching the tournament colors. Brick is red and black all the way around. Nope. So the teams are going to line up for the national anthem.
And Minnesota lost their first game.
They lost the first game.
Yes,
okay.
Because I remember helping with the 3 Stars interview. And I recognized the one kid. He was pretty, he was trying to do his best to keep a positive attitude, but you could tell he was upset.
Well, we are going to get O Canada. So all the American kids are going, what song is this?
Yep. I don't have this on my
no, this isn't
iTunes.
on my playlist. iTunes? You must be an old man, Mark. They use Spotify now.
Yes, I am. I do not deny.
love the fact that they come with cheering sections for each and every one of these teams, and when you get a goal, you get a loud cheer out here.
Louder than a lot of hometown hockey games.
All right, boys, here's your anthem now.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, there you have it, the American National Anthem. Two American teams. We have Team Chicago and Team Minnesota. CCM Chicago and the Minnesota Blades. There's that warning again.
Yes,
pay attention. We have to pay attention.
We do, yep. Last game we had to catch a puck, and the game before I was filming and I had to catch a puck doing that. All right, here we go. Here we go. I apologize to everyone about the 3 stars. I did not know that we were picking the
there
3
you go.
stars, and I lied to everyone and said that we had nothing to do with picking the stars. I just assumed that the coaches had picked their 3 stars.
It's all you, my friend.
I know that. So the last second, like literally the last second, oh, have you picked the 3 stars? No, I haven't.
Wow.
So I quickly picked them and then ran off to do the interviews. So.
Well, we got a couple of Minnesota players heading to the dressing room right off the bat.
Maybe an equipment malfunction.
Could very well be. Something not done up properly.
One thing I thought would be interesting during these games is collect 1 puck from each team. Because I noticed that each team has their own personalized pucks. So if...
maybe you can catch them all.
I know, that's
although
right.
Based on the evidence from last game, I'm going to say not.
Yeah, there's 2 pucks roaming underneath our stands here we can collect. And so we got 2 out of, I don't know exactly how many teams we got, but we got a lot to collect.
14 teams in each round robin. So here we go as we get set. Team CCM Chicago, Gesnick comes off the face-off and takes it straight down into the end boards in the Minnesota zone. Minnesota's going to pick it up and bring it back out. Here's Stinson, pardon me. Down into the corner. The battle goes on for it there. Evans. Now back in behind the net. Minnesota staying on top of it. CCM Chicago swings it around to the near side, and now they're going to try and find some open space. Pass cut off, steal in front, shoot, scores! Number 8, Nolan Steele. No.
Called off.
How was that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
Not a goal.
Not a goal. Honestly. I swear that was a goal,
Yep.
at least from my vantage point. But what do I know? Here they come again. There's a shot in on the Chicago goaltender. Hua. His number.
Yep. I don't know if just some young. No, that was.
That's Carter Lillibridge is in goal there. But honestly,
they are. I think they might be counting it.
See, if you look, Minnesota's going, what the heck? They're all going, that was a goal.
Yeah.
I think it was a goal.
Yeah.
We could look back at that.
All right, they're carrying on.
Possibly, no, carry it on. As you were.
Yep.
All right, Minnesota puts the pressure into the end boards once again. The battle behind the goal. Now up into the corner. Minnesota keeping on top of it. That's number 10, Joey Stewart, fighting for it. Now he moves out, and the puck stays in the corner. Stewart goes in to dig it away. Comes free on the boards, and Landon Burke puts it in deep. Now back on top of it is Minnesota. Once again, trying to send it out front. That one's knocked away to the outside, and Team CCM Chicago able to pull it out. Scoreless game thus far, regardless of what the play-by-play guy thinks. We are just a couple minutes in as Minnesota's number 16, Leaf Campa, grabs it, pulls it around to the far side. Burke puts it up into the offensive zone, and now Chicago back on top of it. Here comes, oh, they're going to put it in. That's going to be whistled down as an icing call.
So for the starting goalies, for Team Minnesota, we have number 1, Blake Pickens. And for the Chicago team, we have number 88, Carter Lillibridge, are our starting goaltenders.
And speaking of 88, Braden Dean for Minnesota taking the face-off. Dean gets it back to the point. And that's number 21, Blake Schmidt, keeping it in there. Still with the battle. It's going to come out. And Schneider comes across for it, gets it over to the near side to Wakefield. He comes in across the blue line with some speed. Wakefield up into the corner. Still holds onto it, centers it out front. That one goes off a couple of skates. Schneider at the blue line, goes over to the far side. Shot gets taken, that goes off of a stick, and here comes Chicago. Out on the near side, Drury is going to come up to it. Holds on to it, gets tripped up, still gets a shot away from his knees. The rebound gets snuck in behind the goal as Chicago with some pressure. That is Eris Ivanens. Back to Tyke on the point, now up into the corner. That is Easton Mattersdorfer spinning in the corner now. It is Minnesota coming out with a Dean, number 88, up on the left side. Dean into the corner. That goes off a Chicago skate. Comes back to the point. Stoss keeps it in. And Chicago back on top of it. Big pass up to Downs. Downs has some room. He goes into the net. Cuts and goes to the backhand, but that is stopped by the goaltender Pickens. Excellent. Now played back out. Dean comes up across the blue line, back and forth. Dean fires a shot. That one's stopped by Lillibridge's blocker.
Yep, again, both goaltenders being sharp in net.
Having to be sharp early. Some good shots already as the battle goes up in front of the penalty boxes on the far side of the ice. Minnesota able to knock it in. Colton Nash chases it down into the corner. Chicago back on top of it. Comes out to Downs at the blue line. He loses it. Stinson, there's a bit of a collision. Now Tomchak pulls it up. Fires it in and goes off on a change. Chicago jumps on top of it in the far corner. Comes back to Wambolt. He loses it, and here comes Minnesota once more. It's number 12, William Stinson. Stinson shoots, and that one is stopped by Lillibridge. Lillibridge pounces on top of any rebound. Doesn't want to give the extra chance. We are just about 5 minutes into the first period here. Still no score.
Lillibridge with the quick glove right by the ear.
right, face off to Lillybridge's left. Chicago has control on top of it. Selleck puts it around to the far wall. Wombolt is going to pick it up there. And it's lost back to Schneider, but he has the puck bounce over his stick, so he gets back on top of it, and here comes Minnesota. Chicago with a little pressure. Axe puts it up into the corner. Schneider back to grab it in behind his own goal. Sends it over to the far side to Moulton. Gets out to the blue line. Wombolt is going to put it up deep for Chicago once again. Falling on the puck on the end boards. As the stick battle continues, trying to send it out towards the goal. It's picked up and a backhand, and there is Blake Pickens once again. As the pushing, a little bit of pushing and shoving. It's still hockey, guys. Yes, they're 10 and 11, but they got to clear out. There are some very serious rules for match penalties and intent to injure here if anything goes beyond that little bit of what we just saw.
Yes, yeah. I have noticed that these guys keep flicking away at that puck under the goalie's glove until the whistle goes, too. So that's what we just saw there a bit of.
All right, Chicago with some control off it. That's Drury. Gets their shot off, comes off a stick, and Minnesota able to swing it out to neutral territory. Now in they come. It's Landon Burke, number 87. Burke out front, and that one gets knocked to the side.
Great read by Lillybridge there. That was smart.
Minnesota keeping the pressure on. They've had the best chance of the game so far. The one I thought was actually a goal. Here we go once again with Burke in the corner. Sends it out front off the side of the goal. Puck sits there, and now Chicago sweeps it away. Comes out to center ice. And Minnesota.
There we go.
What a move by Staus. He pushes in, fires a shot, and Lillybridge makes the save with the glove once again. Stoss comes in hard for Minnesota. What a play by him.
Makes a nice, nifty move there. And suddenly, he was in the clear all to himself. Got the shot away and got some good pressure going.
All right, Minnesota with the face-off inside the offensive zone. There's a shot that goes off a leg and off to the far wall. Still, the Blades able to get on top of it. Now Chicago grabs it, and they're going to come out with it. Up on the left-hand side, Gesnick moves to the middle as the shot comes through. Out of the corner, Minnesota right below us here. Dean gets it over to Kratz. To the far side, there's another shot, scores! This time, no doubt, as it gets past Lillybridge. And Minnesota takes a 1-0 lead on a goal by what looks like number 16, Leaf Campa.
Yeah, Lillybridge got a piece of the glove on it, but it was a hard shot, and so it kind of flipped up and over and rolled into the back of the net. But we do have a good goal. We have
yeah, make no doubt, I didn't mess that one up.
No.
Leaf Campa puts Minnesota on the board. We got us a 1-0 game.
Shots are 5-3.
It's a very even game so far.
Yep, absolutely.
The officials just trying to get the official score down proper.
That one's a neck guard violation there. It was sent off. Number 2. No.
Why is there no score up on the goal? Up on the score clock. Did we not have a goal again?
That can't be. No, there was center ice face off.
Yeah. So they're just behind on the score clock, I guess. All right. I guess we'll just keep watching that situation unfolding. All right, Minnesota with the puck again in the Chicago zone. There it is. I'm not crazy. Leaf Campa got a goal. They just haven't put it up on the scoreboard yet. Here's Nash for Minnesota at the top of the circle. Puts it into the middle. That goes off a skate, bouncing through the danger zone. And now it's picked up by Chicago. And out comes number 12, Nicholas Sisti. He has it pulled off of his stick. And now Minnesota with it back at center ice. Cross ice pass. Cut off. Making a change. Steele gets actually hit on the skate as he tries to get off the bench. Well, we got
Yep.
too many men.
Yep.
I knew, honestly, it was coming for one team or the other. Chicago was having a hard time making the change. Minnesota was having a hard time making the change. And eventually, it hit Chicago. It was just, again, this is where one of those bounces went kind of sideways. And Chicago's going to get penalized for it. So Robert Selleck is going to go off for them for the bench minor.
Yeah, that was an either or. Either team could have gotten that.
Well, I was waiting because it hit Steele in the skate as he was going off, but he was like at the gate ready to go. So I'm glad I didn't have to make that call.
Yep. Leave that to the professionals.
Exactly. All right, Chicago sends it down into the Minnesota zone. Now Minnesota, of course, with the power play, a shorthanded opportunity. Chicago just trying to burn some time off. That is number 98, Dylan Gesnick, burning some time off of their penalty kill. Wow. Here comes Magner up on the left side. Can't get around the defender. Now it's sent to the blue line, but Moulton keeps it in. Moulton moves in. They leave him alone. Moulton shoots, and that goes up over top of the goaltender. Dad spectator in the back, ducking every time. There's a loose puck out front as the rebound comes free, and that one gets sent wide. He's just standing in a bad spot. All right, as Minnesota moves it out front, and that one is stopped by the goaltender, Carter Lillibridge, and he holds on for a whistle.
Well, at least he's paying attention over there. Hopefully he won't get hit by a puck. Not when he's moving like that.
No, he's just he'll drop below the level of the glass. He'll be fine.
Yep.
All right, Chicago. Of course, a man down for another minute, gets it outside to the neutral zone. Walter up on it, gets to the blue line, loses it there. Chicago knocks it out, Nash back to play it. Goes cross ice to Stoss. And now up comes Stinson. Into the zone, nice. Stinson loses it. Stoss steps up, punches it into the end wall. Steele there to grab it. Steele is on top of it, sends it over to the far side. Stoss moves up once again. Steele behind the goal. Now it comes back to Walter once again on the near side point. Walter working it, keeping it inside. There's Steele now in the faceoff circle from his knees. Steele scores from his knees. What a goal by young Nolan Steele from his knees. He lifts it over top of the goaltender Lilydale, and we got us a 2-0 game.
Wow, yeah, that was a pretty impressive goal. That's one that these boys will remember forever. So, yeah, I remember when I scored from my knees at the Brick Tournament. Well, good effort on Minnesota's part.
All right, so back to center ice we go again as Steele puts one in, and we got us a 2-goal game.
Now they get the score up on...
yeah, everything's up there, good.
Yep.
All right, Minnesota with control once again off the face-off. Back in their own zone, it comes up to Kratz. Kratz plays it off the wall to center ice where Dean picks it up. He's going to stop at the hash mark, send it in towards the goal just wide.
Dangerous.
And Minnesota keeps it in, but it looks like we're going to have a penalty coming for high sticking. This time to Minnesota. It's the first goal scorer, Kempa. He is heading off for 2 minutes. So now Chicago
that's the opportunity.
Gets a chance with the man advantage.
Chicago only showing three shots on goal, so hopefully this power play will help get a few more numbers up there for them.
Yeah, Minnesota's taken 8 shots. 2 of them have gone in. Yep. 25% closing ratio is pretty hefty. And Minnesota's going to swing it outside of their goal. Wambolt comes back to grab it. There's 2 Wambolts up there. That's what's messing with me. I'm guessing we got some brothers.
Probably, yes. Because Wambolt is not a...
Aiden and Ashton.
Yep.
I'm guessing they're twins. That
yep.
All right, as
There
they
we
come
go.
in now, Chicago with a Wembled with a
Whoa.
shot, and that one is blockered away by the goaltender Pickens.
And hits the crossbar. Wow. Good effort.
Just enough. And there's another shot towards Pickens, this time by number 98, Dylan Gesnick. And Pickens is going to hold on to that one.
Well, the pressure is definitely there. Chicago is bringing the pressure, which is nice to see. They have that man advantage. A lot of teams, they don't know what to do when they got that man advantage. I've noticed that they're like, oh, I'm not used to this thing. But this team definitely is prepared.
All right, face off into Pickens left. Axe takes it for Chicago. And Minnesota actually gets the control, gets back to the blue line. Selleck knocks it down with his glove, tries to go cross ice. And that one hops outside of the blue line. Tyke actually loses it as it hops over his stick. And now the battle is at neutral ice. Minnesota's Burke gets on top of it. Now it goes off the skate. There's a shot by number 12, Sisti. Now here they come again. Once again, Chicago. Selleck thought about shooting, moves it over to the far side. Now a wrist shot gets blocked. And Minnesota jumps on it and gets it out. And just outside of the blue line, Selleck couldn't keep it in. Now Tomchak on the near side. Tomchak is going to move up into the face-off circle. He stops there, tries to get it back to Selleck. It was in behind him. Chicago now has to clear the zone. They're going to make a full change. 30 seconds left to go on the penalty, and in comes Minnesota shorthanded. There's a nice move right in front, and that is held off. That was number 11, Owen Moulton, doing his best to get a shorthanded goal here for Minnesota. Now Drury for Chicago. He's held up. Ivanens comes into the slot. Stick lifted. Drury gets on top of it. Now Minnesota pulls it out to Stewart at center ice. Drury takes it for Chicago. Moves it over to the left side as they cross into the offensive zone. 2-0 Minnesota. Minnesota, penalties over. We are back to 5 skaters aside. Minnesota moves it up.
Number 82, Spiros Janulius.
Janulius. That's a
Janulius.
Greek name if I've ever heard one.
Yep. He did a very nice job of taking his man and stopping that great opportunity that Minnesota had there in the last few seconds. So good job for him.
Yeah, exactly. Great job. Second period, another 12 minutes. They take a very, very short break here now, Mark.
Yep. So
Going to go through some plays and kind of talk about the way it is, but after 20 minutes, see, I did it again. After 12 minutes, Minnesota up 2-0,
Yep.
and shots on goal 8-5 in favor of the Blades. So far, they are kind of controlling the play. Chicago's had a couple of opportunities, but Minnesota kind of owning the ice thus far.
Yes, I would agree with you there. One thing I did notice with Chicago is they do move the puck quite well, especially in the offensive zone. When they were up on their power play, they didn't waste it. They were set up nicely. They moved the puck around. They got a few shots off. They were focused. But yeah, they need to start putting more shots on net, and they got to start beating Minnesota's goalie and getting those opportunities over and over and over.
Minnesota likes to hold on to the puck and skate it up. They're very much a possession hockey team.
Yep.
Chicago's more of a passing team.
Yes. Yep. No, I totally agree. That's what I'm seeing here. But Minnesota has been able to get two goals already in this first period, and that's shows the talent that's out here.
So once again, we take like just a 2-minute break in between the first and second period. They just get a quick little pep talk from the coaches and a little bit of X's and O's, and then we go back to it. They switch ends. Then after the second period, there's a full flood, so we take a 10-15 minute break kind of thing, and then get back to it once the ice is resurfaced, and away we go. So, as mentioned, the teams have switched ends. Minnesota now moving left to right on our vantage point. Chicago right to left, hoping to get a goal or two here in the second period. Again, Mark, it's been one team one period, the other team the next all day.
Yep.
So you wonder what's going to happen here as Mattersdorfer moves in for
Look
Chicago.
at that.
Just dipsy-doodling around. Everybody gets a shot away. That one stopped by Pickens. The rebound sat there for a second, then it was swept away.
Boy, he went through 4 Minnesota guys to get there. That was a good job.
And here comes Minnesota up on the left-hand side. That is number 12, William Stinson. He stopped there. Chicago gets control of the puck back, and now out they come. It is Mattersdorfer crossing the blue line, and it looks like Drury didn't get his foot back in time, so that would be an offside call by that much.
Yep, that's where you got to extend that leg out and just drag your foot across, and hopefully you don't cross before the puck does.
All right, so we will move the draw outside of the blue line. Tomchak goes back and grabs it for Chicago. Selleck sends it across to the far side. They try to move it up. Now they're able to. That's number 98, Dylan Gesnick, moving it into the middle. Tomchak steps on the puck, loses his footing, and Minnesota is going to come back out of their own zone, led by Ryland Schneider. Schneider comes in across the blue line, but Dean was in a half a step early, so.
Again, that was a perfect example of what we just talked about. Minnesota is a possession team. Brought that all the way from his own zone, tried going all the way up the slot to get a shot. Chicago, on the other hand, they did at least 4 passes before they got into the zone and created good opportunities.
And Chicago moves into the zone. This time it's Downs putting it up into the corner. Minnesota pops on top of it from there. Jackson Wakefield on the far side. Now it's taken by Nolan Steele as he's going to skate it out of the zone. Tries to get around Downs, but Downs stops him and sends it back up to the other side. And
toe drag.
In comes Gesnick, but he gets stopped. Minnesota's going to grab it in behind their goal once again.
Turn around.
Gesnick grabs it, dumps it deep once again.
Setting up on the...
And then he goes off on a change. Minnesota trying to clear it out, and now it looks like they're going to be able to. Selleck back to grab it for Chicago. He sends it cross ice for Downs. Downs couldn't get to it. Tomchak keeps it in at the blue line. Now behind the goal. Minnesota up with it. Stewart takes it at center ice, skates it to the blue line, loses it there, comes back for it though. Gets it back to Stoss. Minnesota loses it in front of the goaltender.
Almost.
Now Chicago back on top of it. Selleck gets a shot towards the net. That one's redirected to the outside corner. Still on top of it is Chicago. Now with possession behind the goal. Turns, fires. Hits a body and moves outside. Now it's knocked down. On the far end, here comes Chicago. There's a sharp angle shot by number 91, Keegan Tomchak. And out comes Minnesota with it. Stewart into the face-off circle, fires it, and that one stopped. Rebound goes out to the far corner. Minnesota still with control. Bouncing puck sent in towards the goaltender. And Chicago gets on top of it. Can't get rid of it, though. A misfire on the clearing attempt. So Minnesota still has it down in the near side corner. The battle once again up against the wall. Looks like that is number 89, Chase Tulin, in there fighting for Chicago. Now it comes free, and Tomchak. That's Keegan on the far side. Chicago pushes it up to the blue line, kept in for an extra couple of seconds, and now Team CCM Chicago moves it out, back in, and back out. There's Minnesota with it at center ice once again. Stewart takes it in, drops it for Moulton. Moulton skates with it, leaves it for Stewart. It's all tied up in some skates, and away they go. This time it's Chase Tulin around the far side for Chicago. He's going to bring it out and then goes to the middle. Ivanen's looking for it. Tulin back onto it from the slot. There's a shot. That one stopped by Pickens. Rebound. He gets on top of it. And Pickens keeps it a 2-0 game. 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the second period.
Yeah, number 18, Ryland Drury, was quick in on there, looking for that rebound shot, and great determination by Chicago here. They don't just glide around; they skate.
Minnesota picks it up. Sends it out to Nash on the right-hand side. Nash drops it back for Stinson, who drops it for Stoss. Stoss through the face-off circle, up close, fires it wide. Stinson will pick it up on the far side, puts it into the middle. There's a backhand shot that goes wide. Steele gets on it in the corner. Now Chicago able to get it free, but then Minnesota gets it back. Nash fires wide. Wambolt's going to jump on it. And it's sent back into the end wall. Minnesota on top of it once again. Back Stoss with a shot, and there's that knuckleballer once again. And that one was stopped by the goaltender, Lillybridge.
Yeah, Lillybridge kept them at bay there for a while. That was a good job. Great job by the goaltender.
All right, Chicago with it in the Minnesota zone now. That's Ivanins in the face-off circle, brought back to Wambolt on the point. He fires through some traffic. That one's gloved by Pickens and held on. No rebounds to be had. We'll have another face-off in the Minnesota end.
Yeah, once again, no, number 18, Ryan Drury was right there beside the net, looking for that rebound from the goaltender.
You can actually see in the numbers, Chicago coming back 10-9 is shots on goal now. As Chicago starts applying some pressure of their own. There is a shot right from the middle, but it's fired wide by number 61, Jamison Downs. Good chance for him. Sent it wide of the goal. Now it's brought up. Chicago with it once again. Try to put it into the middle. Here's a chance. Selleck, high slot, shoots through traffic and gets knocked down in front, hitting all kinds of bodies and sent to the wide side of the net. Chicago still on top of it. Back to Selleck once again. We got a penalty coming to Minnesota as Chicago keeps the pressure on. Now Minnesota gets a stick on it, so the whistle's going to blow. And Chicago's getting an opportunity with the man advantage here now, as we got a cross-check being called against Kampa. He's been active today. He's got a goal and 2 penalties so far.
Hey, if that's what it takes to win, I guess is what.
All right, Chicago with the power play now for the next 2 minutes. Minnesota actually gets control, though. And we got a 2-on-2. I thought Kampa went into the box. Here's a chance down low, and it is stopped by Lillybridge. Okay, so how did Kampa go in the box, but he's still out here? I must have seen, because that's 16. That's what it says on the clock, but 16 is right there. So who's in the box?
16, it says Lee
26?
Kampa on our...
There's 2 16s. That's easy to keep track of.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Here comes Chicago. They are down by 2, but up by a man now as Downs moves it in. He tries to get the give and go, but it never gets through. That one is cut off by Jackson Wakefield. He gets it around to the far side and fires it out of the zone. Now, if we got 2 Kampas both wearing 16, that's... Yeah. Okay, so that's what the announcer says too, so go with it. All right, Chicago with some pressure. In comes Grayson Tomchak into the corner. The battle continues. Tomchak still with it, gets it back out to Wambolt. Wambolt on the near side boards. Still digging for it, trying to get it deep once again. But Kampa gets on top of it and sends it back out and down the ice. Wambolt back to grab it off the boards.
Yeah,
there's a whole lot going on there. There was changes happening. The officials just got to straighten everything out here.
And we're still trying to figure out.
I'm still trying to figure out why is Kampa out but Kampa's in the box. It's if there's 2 16s, are they both Kampa? They can't both be the same person. Maybe they lost a jersey and somebody else is wearing it. If that's the case, we'll try and get an update from the organizers here if that's the case.
Yeah.
Here's hoping.
If that's actually the real Kampa or the clone.
We'll try to figure it out.
Yeah,
I can't promise anything, though. Again, this is where that big tournament thing happens. As Chicago comes in, gets a shot away. It goes off the end boards. Comes around to the near side. Axe has it hop over his stick 10 seconds left in the power play for Team CCM Chicago. Tomchak on the near side, battling with it. Now it goes up to Magner for Minnesota. Chicago gets it back. Axe with 3 seconds left comes across the blue line, moves to the middle. Tomchak with a chance, but it got sent over to the far left side of the goal. There's another turn and fire from Axe, and that one stopped by Pickens. Axe cuts off a pass right through the middle. Penalties over. We are back to 5-on-5, and here comes Minnesota. That is number 24, Brock Stoss. He gets a shot in. That one gets redirected to the outside.
So far, we're scoreless in this second period, aren't we?
Nolan Steele brings it around to the near side. Chicago gets it up. Drury. Now it's fired back and sent out. Stoss knocks it down. Not with a high stick. That was waved off.
Yep.
He looked at the official right away. I don't think it was shoulder height, so he's okay. All right, comes across off the boards and now out to center ice. Colton Nash sends it up to Joey Stewart. Stewart battles along the wall to Nash. That one goes off a skate. Another shot. That one stopped by Lillibridge. Now it comes back to the point. Minnesota still with control, but Schmitz overskates it. So now it's coming back with number 8. I believe that's number 8, Easton Mattersdorfer. That's dropped back for Aris Ivanens, sent towards the net. And Minnesota fires that one out, but it goes past everybody. No, it looks like icing's going to get waved off as Minnesota gets back to it hard. That was number 5, Colton Nash, showing us his speed to get back and negate the icing call.
But is it Colton Nash?
2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go as Stinson grabs it for Minnesota in through the slot. He is harassed and loses it in his skates. Now Mattersdorfer able to get it out for Chicago. We got a 2-on-1 coming the other direction. Mattersdorfer puts it into the middle, knocks it down, no shot. Except for that stick that just hit Pickens in the back and landed inside the goal. That is number 12, William Stinson's stick in the net. Just when the shot was taken, it knocked the stick right out of his hands and flew helicopter style over top of Pickens. Now here comes Minnesota with the pass up to Nash. Nash has some speed. He gets tripped up and then landed on. There's a shot, scores! Number 21, Blake Schmidt picks up the loose puck. Nash is looking like he's hurt. Somebody landed on top of him. He might be hurt a little bit. Could be winded. The boys are going to help him back to the bench. Nash set that up. Honestly, made that play happen. Schmidt just finished it, and now we got us a 3-0 game. And Nash, he looks like he took a hard bump when the Chicago player fell on top of him, so he's feeling it on the bench right now. All right, let's get back at it. 3-0 Minnesota. 2 minutes left to go in the second period. Chicago wants to get some of that back, and they fire it in on Pickens, but he is going to glove that and hold on. I hope Nash is okay. Coach is paying attention to him over there. One minute, 59 seconds left to go here in this second period. Then we're going to take 15-minute break or so while the ice gets flooded.
Well, we're not going anywhere.
Oh, of course not. You got to keep listening to us for the whole game.
Yeah. the soothing sounds of Tarsi and March.
So Schmidt from Nash is that third goal for Minnesota. And here comes Kampa, number 16, I think. Yeah, there's 2 Kampa number 16 jerseys out there. So somebody lost a jersey is what it is. Tomchak for Chicago now. Comes into the Minnesota zone, gets around the defender, keeps on the puck, has it in behind the goal. He's going to send it out front. There's a shot that gets blocked. Should we call them Kampa 1 and 2? But yeah, there's no discerning factor between the two of them. They're both big kids.
Yep.
They're both defensemen. They're both wearing number 16. And Lillibridge is going to jump on top of that as Braden Dean was bearing down on him.
Yeah, it'd be easier if it was little Kampa and big Kampa, but nope, we can't do that. So
All right, face off inside. See, one thing about, I've always, when I do hockey, Mark, I always like to have fun, make a few jokes here and there, too.
Yep. Well, that's what
Hockey's
it's
a
all about.
game of fun. These kids are here having fun. I'm going to have fun with them.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right, here comes Wamble for Team CCM Chicago, leading a 3-on-2. He gets a shot, but not much on it. That one gets tied up in some skates, and now Minnesota going to come back with it. 40 seconds left to go. Up is Burke, number 87. He's going to cross the blue line, comes into the slot, gets a shot off, and Lillybridge is going to glove that one and hold on to it. 31.3 seconds left to go here in the second period.
The score really doesn't explain the game. Like, both teams have really been playing hard and been playing good. It's just Minnesota's been luckier, I guess.
They've gotten some bounces, undoubtedly. Axe comes in now for Chicago to the slot, shoots, and then Pickens makes that sub. Rebound as they chop away at it. Pickens still over on the right side. Wraparound attempt. It doesn't get through. Pickens came back, and the defensemen were there as well. Chicago still has it. There's a shot from Tomchak on the point. That one gets redirected to the outside. 2 seconds left to go here as Chicago doing everything they can to try to get on the board here. Not able to do anything after 2 periods so far, but some good pressure all the way through. So we will clean the ice and take a little bit of a break. And 3-0. Minnesota is up. So we'll be back here at the Brick Invitational here on ASTV.
Welcome to Pilot Mountain Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot Mountain Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.
welcome back. Brick Invitational, our second game, Mark.
Here we go, yes.
Team Chicago, Team Minnesota. So far, it has been all Minnesota on the scoreboard. The shots, actually, Chicago out shooting Minnesota 15-14 after 2. But still a good hockey game, and honestly, none of these teams are out of this stuff.
No.
Until the final buzzer.
No, absolutely not. Like if you watch Team Chicago, boy, they move that puck good. They're very good at passing. They just haven't had the luck, like the breaks. They've gotten there to the edge, and they just haven't been able to get that shot off. Or Minnesota's defense is just good at keeping them away from their goalie. But both teams, there's lots of skill. Both teams.
What gets me is the different styles. They're very different styles, like we've talked about, and we'll continue to talk about. Chicago is very much a passing team, whereas Minnesota is very much a possession. They still pass, obviously, but coming into the zone, it's typically one person that skates it in, tries to take it in deep, and then play from there. But you know what? I mean, it shows you that right now possession seems to be the way to be.
Yeah, that's what it does seem to be. Yeah, that's who ends up winning. We got some replay clips put up by our awesome producer here. So you can see coming in.
Is that our first goal of the game? That was Mr. Campa.
Yep.
Did a great job with that shot from the right-hand side.
Yeah, like just super aggressive, coming in hard, getting that shot away, and that's what it takes.
Well, and you could see actually on the Chicago player, they that took a little bit of wind out of their sails because they had been close a couple of times up to that point, and then Minnesota jumped on it and made it happen afterwards.
Hey, let's run another clip here if our producer can throw one up. And
all right, this will be our third goal in the. Oh yeah, okay. As they come across, and again, it's a very similar actually type goal. If you look at the first and third goals, very close to each other in terms of how. So you never know. Did Minnesota find a weakness?
Maybe they did. Maybe that's their coaches. That's what they're there for. They look for those weaknesses. They look. Okay, this is what's working for us. Taking that one guy in, getting the puck, rushing in, and it almost seems like they're filing in behind each other. Like one's going in, he's not alone. He's never alone. He's got a couple guys coming in behind him, looking for the rebound. Maybe that's their strategy, and it's working for them.
Obviously, it's working. 3-0 the score. Sorry. You might see a laser in my eye every now and then.
Yeah, we can.
Because the ice laser level system that they have here at West Edmonton Mall is working because the Zamboni is out behind us. If you actually see when it passes, you'll see a stick on the back. That is the leveler from the laser, which is right above the camera, like literally inches above where we're looking at this point. But that
I'm better because I'm
shorter.
Yeah,
you're short enough. Yeah,
okay. It's hitting right. It's
tall guy problems. Maybe
right. if I was up here.
No, but again, just to quickly, because we're talking to a new audience every single game.
Yes.
The system that West Edmonton Mall works here is one of the most advanced ice systems I think I've ever seen. It has to be one of the most advanced in the world. So this laser level is actually leveling out the entire ice surface. A couple of years ago, this entire rink was dug out. All you saw, this is actually pre-COVID yet. All you saw was all the pipes and the sand and everything that's below here. It was really cool to see, but that's as they were installing this new system. So on top of the laser level, which if you think about when you hang a suspended ceiling, you use the laser level to level out the entire room. That's basically what we've got here with the ice surface. So it tells the Zamboni how deep to cut in spots or how much to resurface or whatever is needed to make this pretty much perfect ice out here. On top of that, above center ice is the donut, they call it, and up there is an infrared camera that actually measures the thickness of the ice over the entire ice surface. And if anything is too thin, it will kick up the ice plant to thicken that part of the ice. Or if it's too thick, it'll back it off a little bit too.
That's crazy.
So it is insanely technologically advanced what they're doing here. And this, again, was just installed in the last couple of years. So these kids are playing on some
yeah, that's what we're saying. These kids are playing on some great ice. Some ice that just, if something happens, it's not because of the ice.
Yeah, there's still going to be the odd hop, and because as you skate and you build up the snow and the ridges in the ice, that's still going to happen.
Yeah.
But that's the nature of hockey, and it's not like anybody's playing with any one advantage over anybody else when it comes to that. The ice here is unbelievable. Plus, it's one of the first 36 electric Zambonis on the planet that they're running.
That's
here.
why I'm not passing out from.
There's no fumes. No, it's all electrically run. It's so incredibly cool what these young ice techs get to work with here at West Edmonton Mall. So the sun actually has gone away for us here too, Mark. So that is less of a factor. In our earlier games, you might have seen, if you've been watching all day, which if you have, thank you. And I apologize. But if you've been watching all day, the sun actually is a factor in terms of shadow and obviously the heat factor. A lot of people, I'm lucky enough that I live here in Edmonton, so I've been able to skate out here on this ice.
Oh, really?
And honestly, when the sun's shining in here, it's hot.
Yeah.
So these kids have to hydrate, obviously, in a big, big way, because, heck, even just sitting here earlier, as the sun was shining in from that side, I was getting warm and sweaty.
Just sitting there.
Granted, I'm old and chubby, but that's just, I can't imagine being down here playing in a high-level hockey game.
Oh, wow.
Just the sweat and what they would go through down there. So as long as they're staying hydrated, good.
And like I mentioned before in our first game, was the goalies.
Yes.
When they're in net and they got sunshine shining down in their eyeballs during a game, like how difficult is that?
Yeah, and the shadow as the puck gets lifted up, and now all of a sudden it looks like there's two pucks coming at you. Yeah. And here come the teams back as you hear Marty hyping them up. Team Minnesota going to be the first ones on the ice.
Love this.
It's a well-practiced situation. Again, Marty been doing this for about 20 years.
Yeah.
So make sure you stay tuned after the game. Mark is going to pick our 3 stars.
Yes, I will be picking the 3 stars, not somebody else that's going to be handing me the sheet.
Yeah, and then I'll do a quick little recap of the game, and then Mark will go and interview those 3 stars as well. And that's a special thing for these kids because, again, here comes Chicago. It's such a special thing for these kids because they get a trophy to take home, and the first star gets a brick teddy bear that goes along with it too, which is just kind of awesome.
Yep.
And these kids again just have such a great time out here. And as you heard from one of the interviews, for some of them, the biggest tournament they've ever played in.
Yep.
With 14 teams from across North America, 2 American teams here in this round.
Yep. I do want to apologize. I heard from my producer that my mic was kind of cutting in and out during the last 3 stars. So hopefully that glitch is all figured out. And
technology can be fun.
know,
So we can do what we can do,
Yep.
and technology, we are at your mercy.
yes. The internet gods are,
Yeah.
they can bring the wrath down on
See,
you.
now there is the most relaxed-looking coach outfit I think I've ever seen. Tan legs, yellow shorts, and a Hawaii shirt.
Yep.
Now, that's hockey, baby.
Where else can you come and coach a hockey team other than the West Edmonton Mall?
West Edmonton Mall. He's heading to the water park as soon as this game's over. All right, guys, we're back to our original sides, and Chicago is to our left. That is number 88, Carter Lillibridge, in their net, and they are moving right to left. Chicago down 3-0. Minnesota with a couple of goals in that last period. And they have a 3-0 lead. And it is in the Minnesota end, but now they are able to clear it out. The Blades. Stewart gets it up and knocks it past Wambolt. Stewart on top of it, goes to the end boards. Stewart still with it, turns and fires, and that goes over top of the net. Minnesota, though, still with control. Here is Campa with a tip shot in front. That was number 8, Nolan Steele, who got a stick on that one. But a nice stop by number 88, Carter Lillybridge, for Team CCM Chicago.
Yeah, that was a textbook tip. Or redirection, deflection, whatever you want to call it. Textbook. In there, totally changed direction, but Lillybridge was there.
Big crowd watching out here this time.
Yeah.
Both levels of the mall here.
Wow.
People seeing these American teams. There's a shot by Chicago. That one stopped by Pickens. Rebound out front. Slap shot. That one goes high and out of play. That was number 91, Keegan Tomchak, trying to put that and get Chicago on the board. They are desperately trying to break that goose egg.
Yeah, usually I like pointing out the goalies and talking about them because they're the heroes of the zeros, it seems like, and I don't think I've said enough about Pickens this game. Pickens has made some unbelievable saves out there, and wow, good job on him, and he's a big part. Why there's a big zero, 3-0.
His positioning is very good. He's always right in the exact right spot.
And look how far out he is from that net. And when you're, not that he's a small kid for his age, he looks like quite a big goalie for his age, but in the big scheme of things, he's a smaller goalie. So he's coming out, and he's doing a good job of taking away those angles.
All right, Chicago able to push it up to the blue line. Not quite in, or it was, and it came right back out. Now Axe is on top of it. He loses it to Wakefield, who takes it to the far side. And that is number 24, Brock Stoss. He's going to take it in deep. Stoss in the corner. Puts on the brakes, turns to the outside. Stoss still with it. He is holding on. Stoss finally gets himself some open space. Gets it back to the point to Schmidt. Schmidt is going to fire through traffic. That one goes off a body and into the corner.
Wow, there was a lot of bodies there.
Schmidt saw that and saw an opportunity, but it never made it through. Now Minnesota's still with it. They're just going to move it back to their blue line. Schmidt sends it up to Stinson. Stinson gets in behind Tomchak. Stinson in with a shot, and that one is stopped by Lillybridge, and he will hold on.
Wasn't it Wayne Gretzky who said you miss 100% of the shots you never take? That's exactly it. Throw it in there. It may find that sneaky hole.
Well, honestly, there was a lane there too. With all those bodies there was still a spot, but it just hit that leg and went off to the corner. So good hockey IQ on that one to take that shot. Now back to Schneider, who sends it into the slot. That goes off a skate and into the corner. Minnesota still holding on to it. On the end boards, it's Owen Moulton. Now it squirts out, comes around to the other side, kept in on the blue line. Good hustle by number 25, Rhett Walter, to keep it in there. Now Chicago able to get it out. Pull it over to the near side, and Drury tries to send it in deep. Now Drury's going to stay with it. Into the corner. Picked up and sent back to Tyke on the point. Now back in deep for Drury. Drury sends it off the side of the net. Eris Ivanens is in there as well, battling for it in the corner. Ivanens gets it back to the corner, sends it through Pickens. Didn't even need to touch that. His defenseman takes it away. And Minnesota back with possession in their own end. Now lost. Tyke is going to step up into the face-off circle. Whoa. Shot made, and Dad maybe got out of the way.
He's got like cat-like moves, that Dad.
Cat-like reflexes.
Yep, that's the way you got to be. And he even has a camera in his hand.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Skilled. Now that's skill. You and I would just stand there and bonk.
See, and again, that's like, you can't see it on camera, I'm guessing, but behind them are nets, because you could have taken out the kid in the stroller in the mall behind that.
Yeah.
Or it could have hit somebody in Forever 21 right back there, too. Who knows? Yeah. All right. 12 minutes left to go here in the third period. As Minnesota gets it out front again. But number 5, Colton Nash, not able to get a shot off. Chicago now in the corner. Gets it over to Tomchak. Tomchak going to send it up to Jamison Downs. Downs comes in across, but it is an offside call against Chicago. So
yeah, we've seen it over and over, and we've talked about it. But how Chicago brings that puck in with 2 or 3 people. Like, it takes a team effort to bring it in. Lots of passing. Minnesota, almost the total opposite.
All right, Minnesota has it. Gets it out to neutral ice. Tomchak now on top of it. He's going to skate it in. Drops it back to Gesnick. Gesnick, poke check, gets it, sends it into Tomchak once again. Now on the far side is Jamison Downs. Drop back. Trying to get it back to Janulius. Janulius sends it in. And Minnesota on top of it. They are going to clear the zone. Up to the far side. Number 5, Colton Nash. Oh, Kappa gets knocked down, and we got us a penalty call coming against Chicago here, I believe. That will be...
I counted. That's who going in there?
Chase Tulin, number 89.
I counted 6 attempt passes by Chicago in the Minnesota zone compared to 2 passes for the Minnesota coming out and then eventually getting a power play out of it. So 4.
Where'd that puck went up and never came down?
Oh.
Okay, so part of the thing here at the West Edmonton Mall is these are non-contact boards. This rink is not rated for contact because if you look at the width of the boards, they're about a foot to 16 inches wide.
Well, you could sit on the edge.
Exactly. So no contact, so sometimes the puck will get up on top of there and stay there, and that's exactly what happened there at the end of that last play. All right, back on the point. Kampa puts it in. Chicago almost able to get it out, but Wambolt lost it in his skates, and now Minnesota takes it back once again, trying to apply that pressure. Minnesota on the power play, hoping to ice this game and give themselves a 4-goal lead with the man advantage. And the puck is under a couple of players in behind the net. Schneider goes to shoot, fans on it, gets another chance, sends it in, but Chicago happy to drop in front of it. There's a pass out front, but fanned on it was number 7, Jace Magner. Chicago sends it down ice. They are on the penalty kill, but Chicago gets on top of it, gets a wraparound attempt. That is number 18, Ryan Drury, with a heck of a chance there. But Pickens makes the stop. Pickens doing a great job here for Minnesota as the Blades come back in. What a backhand pass attempt. Finally got through to a Minnesota stick. Now there's a shot from Schmidt, tipped in front, and that's kept out. Minnesota still with control, though. The pressure is on at the side of the goal. Is number 10, Joey Stewart. Drops it back to Schmidt. Wrist shot. Stewart gets his chance. That one steered away by Lillibridge. Now Chicago goes to send it out. Hits Steele right in the leg, so he jumps on top of it. Minnesota keeping the pressure on. Here's a shot from Stoss, and that one gets knocked up just wide of the net. What pressure here by Minnesota on this power play. 10 seconds left to go. In the man advantage, tied up in the corner. Nobody moving it. Eventually, there it is. The official went to blow the whistle. It wouldn't go. So the back ref actually went and she saw. So she blew the whistle down, blew the play down.
You know, I got a funny story about that. Years ago when my son started playing hockey, the ref didn't show up. So who wants to volunteer to go ref? Oh, yeah, I guess I will. Didn't have a whistle. So here's me walking around whenever play happens, I'm yelling, whistle, whistle.
Tweet. There's a shot in, a big knuckleballer by Nash that hits a couple of Chicago players, then goes to the outside. Now Team CCM Chicago swings it back to the other end. Stinson going to jump on it for Minnesota, gets it into Wakefield, sends it out front for Nash. Nope, it hits a skate. Chicago gets it back. Team CCM Chicago now going to skate it out of the zone. There's Giannoulias. Minnesota with control once again.
When Chicago gets a goal, I bet you it's number 18, Drury. I like the way he sets himself up in front of the net for the rebounds.
Here's Ivanens. Comes in on the left side. He's going to fire a shot. That goes high off the glass.
Close to the camera.
Now Schmidt goes to skate away, but Chicago player was on his stick, so he got twisted around. Now comes up to Stinson right under us here in the booth. Ivanens grabs it, puts it in deep. Minnesota gets a chance as Chicago makes a wholesale change. So here come the Blades. Nash off the wall, gets it out, but it's picked up by Tyke. Now Nash gets it back once again. He sends it to center ice to Wakefield, who comes in and gets bumped off the puck. Now Tyke on his way back for Chicago. Tyke with some speed to the bottom of the goal line. There's a pass out front, and I'll tell you, number 98, Grayson Dylan Gesnick, sends it. And honestly, Pickens got just enough of that to keep it out.
He did not know that was coming. That was a really difficult angle and shot, but he got it away. And Pickens is lucky that he got a piece of it.
All right, face-off inside the Minnesota zone. Team Minnesota has control, and they're now able to get it out. Chicago's Tomchak gets on top of it. Kratz couldn't get to it. Now it comes back to the Kempas, both of them on defense at the same time, just to mess with my head.
Yep.
We got to figure that one out after this game. I want to know where the two Kempas came from. Chicago trying to come in. Gesnick couldn't get back in time. He was rushing, but was just a half a step too deep to get back and prevent that offside.
I'm sure it'll be a great brick story, though, about the doubled campus.
Well, you know what I heard? Speaking of great stories, so when I was here earlier, everybody else was working on cameras and switching and highlights and that kind of stuff, but I was able to see that there's a very cool story from the Montreal Canadiens here as well. I'll tell you about it after the play here. Chicago has it. Axe fighting for it along the near side wall. Comes out. Wambolt tries to jump on it. Now Tomchak keeps it in at the blue line. Goes deep. Magner goes for it. Campa won. Couldn't keep it. Axe has it now for Chicago. He turns and fires it to the side of the net. There's a couple of chances. Pickens holds tight to that post and keeps it away. All right, so there is a Mayette, who is one of the assistant coaches. His son is Mayette, who is one of the goaltenders for Montreal. He, coach, played here in 1991, and now his son is playing here.
Oh, wow. Good.
That many years. How cool is that? That's the kind of brick stories that you get at tournaments like this.
Yeah, that's great. Great stories.
All right. Minnesota and Chicago. Minnesota up 3-0. 6 minutes left to go here. Pass over to Nash. Nash going one-on-one. Gets around the defender. Nash shoots, and that one is stopped. Whoa! What a shot.
Whoa.
Almost took out Mum.
And that would have taken her out.
That would have hurt.
Yep.
What a shot, though. That shows you, again,
dangerous.
Dangerous, but look at the mustard that Nash was able to get on that shot, too.
Yeah, they're not
10, 11-year-old kid.
Yep.
Good thing Mom's paying attention, though. Move your head that much.
Yeah.
Minnesota Stinson keeps it in. Now Chicago battling for it along the near side board. Stinson gets in and takes it back, goes towards the goal. Gets sent to the outside. 3-0. Minnesota leads. Here comes Drury for Chicago. Comes up on the right-hand side and gets pushed off the play. And Minnesota's going to take it back. They're going to come out with it now. Here comes Stinson. Puts on some speed. Gives it to Nash. Nash shoots, and that one's stopped by Lillybridge. Now Nash will pick it up on the near side. Schmidt from the corner. Tip shot. That one bounces through the crease to the far side. And Chicago able to gain possession, and they're going to come out with it.
Well, Minnesota team's getting pretty good at those deflection shots.
That is number 8, Easton Mattersdorfer. Fights into the corner and then loses it there. Back comes Minnesota. Nash once again. He's going to fire it to the far side. There's a shot from number 97, Jackson Wakefield. We got a hit going down in the corner over here. And a cross-check call coming against Chicago.
I think that's the first hit that I've seen this weekend. Non-intentional. It wasn't. It was just a matter of two guys going into the boards. And
so that is Spyro. See, I hate messing up names. Janulius Janulius is how I would say that one. I'm hoping we got it right. If not, my apologies to the Janulius family.
You can come talk to us.
It's an
later.
awesome name. I love it. I love Greek names. Greek names are fantastic. That is so far my favorite name of the tournament.
Yep.
All right, Minnesota now with the power play. They are up 3-0 already. 4.5 minutes left to go here. And there is a great little poke check by Dylan Gesnick, and he's going to follow it up. Gesnick takes it into the corner. Still with it. Goes around two guys. Gets a shot away. Pickens makes the stop. Puck sits there in the crease, and now it's swept away. Now it comes back to the point. Wambolt keeps it in. Now he loses it to Schneider, and out comes Minnesota. 2 minutes for boarding is what that was. Minnesota with control. Schneider sends it over to Burke. Burke puts it in. Can't get to it in time. Chicago sends it outside of the zone. Minnesota with possession once again. Chicago making the change. Schneider puts it into Dean. Dean loses it. Chicago sends it out to neutral ice. 55 seconds left to go in the Minnesota power play. They haven't been able to do much with this one. Pass almost cut off by Tyke. Here comes Kratz coming in. He's got Dean with him. Kratz to the face-off circle. Shot. That goes off a stick. Sits in the slot, and now Chicago going to pick it up and take it away. Out comes number 20, Ashton Wambolt. He gets to the middle. Wambolt loses his footing and slides into the net. Pickens goes with him. All are okay as the puck clears back out. We got a glove down now on the ice along with one of the Team CCM Chicago players. Bouncing puck comes through the middle. And now it's sent down ice by Chicago. Icing waved off as it went right past Campa number 1. He's got it. Now we're going to fire it out to the middle to Schmidt. Schmidt comes across the blue line. Sends it in. Stewart with a shot, and that one is stopped by Lillibridge. You know, Carter Lillibridge has had 3 get past him, but honestly, the pressure has been quite intense by Minnesota. And they've had some really good chances. He's played quite well.
Look, I'm looking at the shots on net. It says 21-20. Is that right? Does that seem right? I don't know.
It feels like Minnesota is owning the shot department right now. Here's back to Campa. He fires it through traffic.
Nice
that
block.
one's knocked down in front by the Chicago player. There's a wraparound attempt. Lillibridge comes across. Poke check. Gets it out of the danger zone. Back to Campa. He fires. Lillibridge with the stop and holds on for another whistle. See, again, okay, there's 2 more shots. They did mark them up there for Minnesota. So 23-20.
Yeah, it just... I guess Pickering's just making it look easy down there.
2.5 minutes left to go here in this third period. Minnesota up 3-0. And they have the puck in the Chicago zone. Skaters back to even strength, although there's a backhand shot. That one's knocked away by Lillibridge. Still picked up by Minnesota. Jace Magner in the corner. Magner battling for it. Comes free in his skates, and now Chicago's Wambolt able to take it, skate it to the wall, and it's Magner again. Now he loses it, and we got a one-on-one. Wambolt coming back in the other direction, trying to get Chicago on the board. Less than 2 minutes to play here in this third period. Chicago with possession in the Minnesota zone. Now the battle's going to go on in the corner. Chicago, Wambolt comes out. What a nice move. What a shot, and fires it wide.
Wow, I thought that was the one.
That was number 20, Ashton Wambolt. We got number 10, Aiden Wambolt as well. Puck goes up and out of play.
No, that went up and over, so it wasn't a straight-on shot, the danger shot. Would have maybe startled someone if it would have landed on their shoulder or top of the head.
1:26 left to go here in the third period. Oh, we're going to get a penalty or a power. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Mark. Timeout is called.
Timeout. Yep. Well, that'll give us some time to contemplate the 3 stars, I guess.
No, it was Chicago that called this timeout. Honestly, in talking about the 3 stars, Pickens has to be in the discussion.
Yeah, I I would say so.
to have shut out Chicago for this length of time and make 20 stops. He's done very, very well.
Very well, yep. Yep. But some of them, if you pick one of them, you pick two.
Well, that's Kampa, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which Kampa? So honestly, that's tough. He got them on the board and actually scored the game-winning goal. Which back when there was only one Kampa at that time, I thought.
Yeah.
All right, 1:26 left to go here. Face off in the Minnesota zone. And there is Kampa number 2.
Yeah. And they clear it out.
All right, they're going to get it out. And we got an empty net at the other end. Nash goes and shoots, but it goes wide of that goal. Chicago just trying to break the goose egg, and they're going to fire it down ice, and that's going to get past everybody for an icing call. So you'll see Lillybridge come back out. We'll skate 5-on-5 once again with 1:03 left to go here in this third period. Minnesota up 3-0. Nash sends one in towards the goal. That one's stopped by Lillybridge. And here comes Chicago. Gesnick up with it. Comes in on the right-hand side. Gesnick sends it into the corner and follows it there. He's got it now. Moves out front. Backhand in front. Scores! Number 61. Jamison Downs breaks the goose egg for Chicago, and we got us a 2-goal game. 3-1 now, as number 61 Jamison Downs able to put that one, get Chicago on the board.
Great job for the Chicago team. They just never gave up. And now it's 3-1.
.40 seconds left to go here in this third period. Wakefield now for Minnesota gets it up to Stewart. Stewart comes across the blue line on the left-hand side. Gets it out front. Puck sits there right in the crease, and that one gets kicked away. And here comes Gesnick, the goal scorer for Chicago, trying to come back and get another one. Gesnick moves it towards the net, slides in behind. Now comes around to the near side. Selleck, the defenseman, couldn't keep it in. He's going to chase it back down. They goaltender out of that net once again. With 5 seconds left to go, it looks like we got an offside call on this near side once again. So with 5 seconds left to go, that looks like how it's going to finish, Mark.
Yeah, I think so. There's not a lot of time for a lot of surprises, but you just never know.
Minnesota takes it, and fires it off of Drury's head. Hit him right in the helmet. But a little bit of sportsmanship. Sorry, bud, didn't mean to hit you. You all right? Okay, good.
Yeah.
See, again, Minnesota walking away with a 3-1 victory here on this one.
But that's nice for Minnesota to get a win. That's
Go 1-1 on day one. It's a good start.
yeah.
All right. So they'll do the good old handshake. We can set ourselves up as the good show of sportsmanship once again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Handshake. Which team was it that traded?
Well, that was our first game. That was Saskatchewan and Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave each other little hockey sticks.
Yeah, little mini sticks.
Yep, mini sticks.
Very cool. So Mark is going to go interview our 3 stars here in just a couple of seconds. So 3-1 the final score here.
Here, take the sheet. Take that sheet.
All right. And so Mark, sorry guys, Mark just heading out to do the interview and arrange the 3 stars here. Teams have shaken hands, and now we get back as Minnesota goes 1-1 so far today. Lost earlier, and starting and finishing strong here as well. 3-1 victory. So these guys are going to get their 3 stars handed to them. They each get a trophy. The first star gets a teddy bear as well. Just a nice little reminder of the tournament here. 14 teams in the round robin. 3-1 the final score. Shots on goal, Minnesota 24, Chicago 21. It was an excellent hockey game. Once again, Minnesota just really controlled a lot of it, a lot of the play, really a lot of puck possession, and did such a fantastic job. Blake Pickens did an amazing job in goal for Minnesota. Kept it a 3-goal game for a very long time. Now they are announcing the 3 stars here. So let's see what we got. As I turn away. See who our 3 stars are, and then we'll get them their trophies, and then Mark will interview each and every single one of them. As Marty Enochson, the longtime announcer of the Brick Invitational, is here to do this.
Today's 3 stars. Our third star from Team Minnesota, number 8, Nolan Steele.
Nolan Steele, number 8, is our 3rd star for this game.
Today's second star from Team CCM Chicago, number 61, Jason Dow.
Jason Downs, number 61 from Team Chicago.
And today's first star from Team Minnesota,
And the first star, the goaltender, Blake Pickens. Did such a fantastic job out there. Just the 1 goal right near the end of the game is what broke that goose egg for Pickens. He made a lot of solid stops, to say the very least. All right, guys, so we're just waiting for, they're going to take some pictures over in front of the backdrop as well. And then we'll get Mark over there to interview them. There is Mark.
Test.
So Mark's going to get these 3 players here, and then we will kind of get their reaction to being picked the 3 stars and how they all felt. So I think we are ready, so I am going to pass it over to Mark.
Okay, welcome to ASTV. I'm here with the number 1 star, Blake Pickens. He's a goaltender for the Minnesota team. So Blake, what can you tell me so far about the tournament?
I think we're doing well. We just need to win all the rest of the games, and we can make it to the tip.
So, how long have you been preparing for this tournament coming? About how long have you been preparing for this tournament?
Well, I had a goalie camp for like a whole week before this, so I've been training for like 3 weeks.
So is there anyone out there that you'd like to say hello to?
My grandpa.
And is there anyone that inspires you when you're out on the ice?
I don't know.
That's all right. Well, great game and good luck in the rest of the tournament. Have yourself a great day. See you. All right, next up. All right. You got the lone goal scorer, Mr. Steele, I believe. I just want to make sure that I get your name right. Oh, Downs, sorry. Jamison Downs. So, Jamison, how did it feel like getting that, finally getting a goal?
I mean, it felt good, but it's the end of the game. We're down 3-0, get 1 goal. It's hard to come back.
Yep, but still you guys, you never gave up. And we were watching you guys out there. Pretty good. And you guys kept getting pucks in on net. It just didn't go your way this time. But the score absolutely does not state how you looked and played awesome. So tell me a bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from Chicago. I was born on January 14th.
So what do you think of being here in Alberta in this mall playing hockey?
It's really fun. I like all the people. It's pretty awesome, and it's nice to play good hockey against people from all around the nation. It's awesome.
It definitely is really good hockey. Is there anyone who inspires you on the ice when you're playing?
Well, I wear the number 61, and I like Rick Nash. It's pretty obvious, yeah.
And is there anyone you want to say hi to while you're here?
I want to say hi to my mom, who's in Tennessee, for my sister's dance.